I really wanted to talk to you guys and just circle back around the KW values. So as you guys know, I just shared, I do the career seminars, and I do them all, a lot of them. And often what I hear when I have someone, an agent, bring someone to the career seminar, as they sit through it, they're always blown away. They're always like, "Oh, I didn't know that." Like, I had forgotten that Keller Williams did that. And so I thought today would be a great time to kind of circle back to the Keller Williams values. Sometimes we, especially if we're born here or we've been at Keller Williams for a while, we don't really understand the toolbox that we're given and the value of Keller Williams. And the other thing about it is that it changes so often that, you guys can't even keep up. We can't hardly keep up sometimes. So we're going to start really on the second team meeting of each month. We're going to keep you guys up to date on the value adds as things come about or as we circle back, just to remind you of all the things that Keller Williams has to offer, because we do have a very full toolbox for you to use. So I really want to start with just talking about who you are in business with matters and reminding you about our mission, our vision, our perspective, and our values. And our mission is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Our vision is to be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers. And our perspective is that we are a technology company that provides the real estate platform that our agents, buyers, and sellers prefer. We think like a top producer. We act like a trainer consultant, and we focus all of our activities on service, productivity, and profitability. My favorite part of Keller Williams is our value, which is God family business, right? I can't tell you how many times a week that I have an agent reach out to me to say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I can't make it to team meeting this week. I'm sick." God family business, right? Or my child is not well, or, it's God family business. And I'm so thrilled to be partnered with a company that I can say that every day. And like, I get it. We understand the value of Keller Williams. I think that's such a differentiator between us and really every other company out there. Our culture, which I call the cornerstone of Keller Williams, it really is the tie, I think, that binds us all together. When I'm doing an interview with a new agent, I'll often tell them, listen, I probably do at least 60% of the interviews of agents that come to the market center, because I'm interviewing the brand new all the way up to the 7 transaction mid producing agent. I can teach you, maybe not I, but someone, we can teach you how to write contracts, how to lead gen. We can teach you how to brand and market yourself. Culture is either a fit or not a fit, right? And we're okay with that because we're so clear on who we are and what we stand for, that for me, that's the differentiator of going into business with someone or not, right? And when I'm interviewing agents and when I'm looking for people who value the culture, right? Because we can teach you all the other things. So I just wanted to go through our culture again, just as a reminder of the tie that really binds us all together, which is win-win or no deal. You guys know this. Don't let me be the only one. Integrity to do the right thing. Customers always come first. Commitment in all things. Communication, seek first to understand. Creativity, ideas before results. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty. Equity, opportunities for all. And success results through people. If you don't have this in your phone or in your desk or hung up in your refrigerator, I would encourage you to do that. Because what we find often is that I'm always going back to this, like, how do we make this a win-win, right? Am I seeking first to understand, right? Am I making that decision through integrity? So, this becomes kind of our resolution maker and how we really treat each other and our clients. And it really is the cornerstone of Keller Williams. And our culture is so high, and that makes us different. And it makes us different in the best way, right? Because we just aren't willing to negotiate on that. So the next thing I wanted to just remind everyone is what's in our toolbox. Like, we have so many resources out there. At times, again, it can be super overwhelming. So I just want to remind everyone, what is in your toolbox as an agent? The very first thing is technology. You guys, we are a technology company. That's in our perspective, right? We are a technology company. Why? Well, technology rules the world, whether we want it to or not. It really has changed how we live our lives, right? I never thought I would order groceries on my computer or send my child to school through a computer, right? But here we are, and technology absolutely rules the world. And we're very fortunate to have a visionary CEO who knew that before COVID, right? Who laid the groundwork to have the best technology in the industry before we ever knew that technology was going to change the way we all live our lives. So Command is just more than a CRM. It is a suite filled with things to help you run your business from top to bottom, right? I call it a business in a box. I also laugh and say, I call her Connie Command, because in my mind, Command is like your assistant that you pay $25 a month for, and she's just over there sending out emails on your behalf, right? Our technology is amazing. But what's the most amazing part of the technology that I think we get missed on sometimes in those moments that we're like, it's clunky, I wish it could do this, is that the reason we built our own technology, anybody know why we blazed a trail of technology? Yes, Iman.
So that way agents can feel the security that their information is not being shared with anyone else.
100%. So we have a data pledge, right? Gary Keller made a data pledge for the agents that we serve that says your information is your information and no one else should have access to it, right? And so in the beginning, that was the why behind making our technology. And while it hasn't been perfect, because I was here when it rolled out and it was clunky, now it's actually amazing. But what I value was the reason behind it, right? And that you ought to know when you put your client's information into that it only belongs to you. Right? No one else has access to it. So we have so many great technologies. So you have your Command, you have KW Connect, you have your Command app. If you have it downloaded on your phone, man, it just puts your business right at your fingertips. Your client-facing app, right? So you have an app that your clients can download and now your business lives on their phone, okay? You want that. We did that, again, to protect the agent and your agent site. Our second thing, and I think again, differentiator, community. One thing we pride ourselves on is our people and our culture, and it's where you find your tribe, your niche, your big why, and it all starts with taking advantage of the networking resources right at your fingertips. We're a family, right? When I'm walking agents through this building, and I do that every day, I find pockets of agents collaborating, right? Working together, networking. Again, I think that's a differentiator, right? And so really plugging into all the communities that you have access to. You guys, these are all of the Keller communities. So land, entertainment, new homes, young professionals, military, commercial, luxury, so many communities at your fingertips. Part of our other community building efforts are through our events. We have so many events that you can attend and build communities, not just here, right? We know each other, we love each other, we're here. But really building your community outside of the Woodstock walls, right? And so attending these events are key to building that network and those communities that aren't inside of KWRP and Woodstock. So really understanding you have access to so many opportunities, some that I wasn't even aware of. Honestly, I was like, Recharge? Has anybody been to Recharge? Aaron has. Okay. I was like, exclusive? I want to be there, right? As soon as it said the exclusive event for the first 200 agents, I was like, oh my gosh, I love all exclusive things. So, so many things, right? Spring masterminds are coming up. Mega agent camp is coming up. So many opportunities for you to build community, right? Not just here. That's easy, right? We see each other every day, but building our communities outside of our walls here. And then, of course, you guys know training, right? So we believe the best foundation you can give yourself is based on training and ongoing education. I believe learners are earners. I also believe that training is leverage, right? Because everybody says, well, Keller Williams, I know you guys, y'all are the best training company, but honey, I've been in the business for, 20 years. I don't really need all that training, right? And in my best Southern voice, I say, oh, bless your heart. Because the truth is you guys know this is a fast moving industry. And if any other time than right now, it is a skill-based industry. I know you guys have heard Dina say that so often, but the skilled agents will succeed in this market. It's why we're succeeding, right? We're succeeding because we're putting together training to make sure that you stay number one, right? That you're always top of your game. What you did 5 years ago, Shelley Hollingsworth, what you did 5 years ago, does it work today? Right? And so, training is such a valuable part of really the industry in general. And we have a high pride in training. So many training opportunities, not just in our training calendar. You guys know we have a robust training calendar. We spend hours putting together, training that's going to be every single level of production. But that's hyper-local training, right? So think about all of the opportunities that you have to train outside of this room. MAPS coaching, Ignite. So if you are an agent that is not reaching your goals, you should be taking Ignite. It's not just for new agents. That's the biggest misconception, is that, Ignite is just for new agents. I don't need my 25 hours post-licensing. And the truth is that that's a myth. Ignite is for everyone who wants to re-engage in the basics of the business. And Ignite will be happening in May. So just a plug for that. Bold, you all know Bold. KW University. So that is your online training platform, resources from agents all over the company who are sharing what they did. Connect Live. So you can log into live training right on Connect. So, if you can't be at a training here in the Market Center, or you have a free couple hours, learn something, right? What I love about Connect is that everything on our training calendar here is about Woodstock, right? It's about hyper-local training. But what are they doing in California? How are they winning in Austin? Who's doing something great in Nashville? And when you log on to the Connect training, you're learning from agents who just aren't here, right? Expand your opportunities to grow your business. And of course, the Millionaire Real Estate Agent is our training tool. Okay, if you don't know it, it's really the tool that I pull out every probably week, right? It's not a front to back book. It's hey, I need really to refocus on my lead gen. Or maybe right now you should be really focusing on your financials. This is the time to get lean. So if you really want to know what model you should be leaning into right now, anytime we're in a shift in the market, you got to get lean. Okay, so the MREA is a great tool. I have them in my office. If you don't have one, come get it. If you have an agent that you're closing a deal with, give it to them. I promise you, it will be the best gift they ever receive. And then, of course, Keller Inc. has other books that you could use for your training. Shift. This is the must read right now. Okay, this is the book that you really need to be leaning into. We have some downstairs as well. The MREI, Hold, and Flip. So it's not just about training here in the Market Center. There's so many opportunities for you to grow, right? Learners are earners. And so the more that you engage, the more that you grow, so will your business, okay? And then resources. So many resources for you guys here. So the April social content calendar, all that information is provided for you. So if you go on to KW, you can access the April social content calendar. You don't have to come up with it all yourself, right? April being National Fair Housing Month, all of these social content pieces are already there for you. So all you need to do is go in, update them, brand them for you, but the templates are there, as well as, we've added Passover, Easter Sunday, Tax Day, and Earth Day, okay? All that is done. And I know social media is one of those things that everybody loves to do, but it's kind of one of those things that becomes a burden. You're like, what am I going to post? What am I going to say? Utilize these for your big rocks, right? So I always say schedule at least 2 to 3, 4 posts a week, and then use the filler for those authentic moments, right? But then even if something happens and you have to step out of your business for a bit, these things are already posting on your behalf, right? Utilize the resources that are available through KW. And then Samantha and I had this conversation when we were going through this. Your new agent branded magazine is ready for spring. That, you guys, is there for you. All you have to do is go in, update it, brand it with your information, send it to the printer, and have it printed, okay? Amazing tools. Samantha was like, I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I didn't even know that was there. And I know that there's a company in Florida, it's called, that you can pay to put your name on a magazine. And I know when I first got into real estate,
Lifestyles.
yeah, I know when I first got into real estate, the agent that was mentoring me at the time was like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And she would give them away at open houses. And it was more substantial than just a piece of paper that you were giving them at the open house. So when I heard this, I got really excited. I was like, this is awesome that we have this and we don't have to pay somebody else to do it. You can do it all on your own.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
It is awesome. Absolutely. And even if you don't want to commit to the whole magazine, go steal some of the content, right?
Yeah.
If you're wondering what to build a smart plan around, if you're just wanting to do a newsletter, that's just a shorty, right? Don't come up with it on your own, right? R&D, that's the favorite words of Keller Williams. But those are resources for you, that you have that at your fingertips, that you can just go in and update it and brand it. Awesome. I think I'm getting close. All right, so the very last thing, and really kind of what I wanted to kind of lead all this into was the fact that we are going to be launching our own website, all right? It is a KWRP website that will have all of your resources on that website. So remember the Google Drive slide thing that we had? It was good, but it was, not our best. So we have taken all of that information and we have plugged it into a website that you guys will be able to keep on your phone as an app. You'll be able to access it on your desktop. Every resource that we have will be on that website. So you want to know when the next career seminar is going to be? It'll be on the website. You want to know how to find Michael Bradford's phone number? It'll be on the website, right? You want to know how to bank shot? You're on the roster. You want to know how to bank shot? It'll be on the website. Okay. So instead of having to visit that Google Drive, it worked, but it was a little. Yes, everything will be on there. Yeah, everything will be linked. All of this leadership staff will be linked, all of our information. So it'll be a one-stop shop for you guys. It'll be much easier than the Google Drive we were sharing. So we're going to be launching it next week. The staff just needs to kind of go through, test all the links, make sure everything is jiving. But you'll register for Ignite through there. You'll register for Bold through there. Everything will be done right from that website. So it'll be a great one-stop shop for you to say, if you can go there, everything you need to know about the office. The training calendar will be on there. So it's going to be a great resource for us. So we want to make sure that you understand the tools that you have, but more importantly, know how to access them and have it in an easy place for you to be able to go to one stop and access all of your resources. Okay. So that is kind of the end of team meeting. I think I have 9 minutes to spare. So I want to open it up. Any feedback, questions, comments? Yes.
When you were talking about the keeping hold of our own data, I don't understand. I mean, I don't think people understand how critical that is. I was not born at KW. I was with another company for 6 years, another big one here.
I love that you said that.
And they actually kept my database when I left. I didn't realize that. I was a new agent when I went in. I had no idea what I was reading in the contracts. And so they got my parents. They got to target my parents. And what happens is when you leave the company, they roll it into another agent's stuff. So I would occasionally see other people in my database. I'm like, huh. And it's from the KW agents, I mean, not KW, the other people's, the other brokers, agents who left would just roll it into our accounts. So we got to then target them. Keller Williams does not do that. And that's why they don't want you using different CRMs and using different things, because those people they have access to your data. And so that's why Gary Keller put so much money and time and energy into creating our own command system. So people quit stealing our database, because at the end of your term, when you're retiring, that's the only thing you have to sell as your business is your database. It's critically important when you retire. But most people don't understand what the point is of the database, or how easy people can take your information and your clients' stuff and start targeting themselves. So anyway, I just wanted to add that.
But great clarity.
Yeah.
Great clarity. And I often say that, right, when I'm talking about different brokerages. And I'll say, the truth is that if you ever decide that particular brokerage isn't a great fit for you, or you decide to hang up your high heels in 30 years, you want to be able to monetize your business. So, awesome. Billy?
There's another program is Katie for that does the same thing with EXPs and if you have they don't particularly just target you as an agent, but every contact you put into it is sold, and you make it sold to other businesses to use that.
Right. Because if you wonder why XYZ is calling you, targeting you, it's because somebody sold your name and number, right? And you don't want to be that person that you're, like, I don't want to give you, that's why everyone's so weird about giving up information. Yes.
First, quick announcement, update, we're at 493. We got some awesome people. Somebody just donated $26 for himself, and for some newer agent that might not have $13. So there's some more culture for you. On the training, I just wanted to remind everybody that we are an open book company. You can invite, like, this is such a strong tool. And the masterminds, so I zeroed in yesterday and I was super intentional to, because I'm facilitating the masterminds on Wednesday and I want a full room because I like all the energy of having lots of people in the room. So I reached out to co-op agents that I've worked with for years and I like the way they think and I want to hear what they have to share. And I was blown away at the reception. Like everybody's like, yes, I want to come. Yes, I want to come. So if you've ever co-opted with another agent and you're like, man, I wish they knew, I wish they knew this, invite them to training, they'll come. And then if they happen to join Keller Williams, then great, might build a downline. But really the goal is, I mean, we want to build up the industry and just share and just, I'm just of the mindset, we're at a pivotal point where I don't care what brokerage you're with, we just need to band together and work together through this crazy market that we're in. So use the training calendar, the masterminds. Like I had to get super intentional because I kind of tend to fly by the seat of my pants sometimes. And put it on my calendar that, you know, for that 1 hour, that's what I'm doing. I'm reaching out to fellow agents and just inviting them to a class.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know we've made a lot of calls around the masterminds and the training calendar, and it is kind of eye-opening because they're craving collaboration and community. And, you know, this is a tough market and people want to know, hey, what are you doing? And how are you finding success? And so I think we have really found a jackpot in the masterminds for the fact that people are craving that type of community at the moment.